In this sum, we are going to divide 25 into 1,846 in a long division sum. And so what we start by doing is saying to ourselves, can 25 divide into 1? And we know it's too big, so what we do is we put a 0 up the top because we say it didn't fit. Then we say, can 25 divide into 18? And it's still too big, so we put another 0 up the top. We ask ourselves next, can 25 divide into 184? And this is where our estimation skills come into play, because we actually know that 4 lots of 25 make 100. So we might have a little estimation over here and have a go. Maybe 7 times 25 might make the right answer. So let's have a go here. 7 5s are 35, and so we pop our plus 3 up here. 7 2s are 14, plus the 3 is 175. So that was a really good guess. So we now have to take away 175 from the 184. But first of all, before we do, let's put 7 up the top, because we know that it was 7 lots of 25 that actually makes 175. So now let's do a little bit of a takeaway. And what we do is we say, okay, 5 from 4 is too big, so we trade. So we break up this 8 here into 7, and we bring across a 1. We go, okay, 5 from 14 makes 9. And then 7 from 7 is 0, 1 from 1 is 0. So that's what we've got humming after we do that first bit. Now, when you do long division, you always drag the next number in the queue down to work on next. So we're going to bring down that 6. And now we say, can 25 go into 96? And we think to ourselves that it probably goes about 3 times. So let's do an estimation over here. 25 times 3. 3 5s are 15. 3 2s are 6 and 1 is 7. And so that worked really well. So before we forget, let's put the 3 up the top in the answer section so that we remember it went 3 times. And now let's take away the 75 so that we can see what's left over. 5 from 6 leaves 1 and 7 from 9 leaves 2. So we've really got 2 ways that we could write this answer. We can either say 73 remainder 21, or you might choose to say 73 and 21 still being divided by 25. And that could be another way of saying your answer. In this sum, we are going to divide 25 into 10,243. And so we start by having a look at the 1. Can 25 be divided into 1? And it can't be because it's too big. So we put a 0 up the top. Can 25 be divided into 10? No, it can't be. So we put another 0 up the top. Can 25 be divided into 102? Yes, it can be. And so we know that we're going to be able to put the answer above that 2. So what we know is that 4 times 25 actually makes 100. So we can put the 4 up the top because that's going to get us started on our answer. Okay, I take away the 100 from the 102 and I've got a 2 here. And so I know that I always have to drag down the next number in the queue to keep going with my long division. So now I've got 24. And I ask myself, does 25 fit into 24? And it actually doesn't fit. 25 is too big. So I have to put up a 0 to show that it didn't fit. And then I actually have to drag down the next number in the queue so that I can keep on working. Now I've got a situation where I ask myself, how many 25s go into 243? And I'm going to have a shot at thinking it might be 9 times 25. I'm going to estimate over here. So I'm going to put my 25 times 9. 9 fives are 45, so I put up my plus 4 here. 9 twos are 18, plus 4 is 22. And that works really nicely. So I'm going to put that answer 9 up the top straight away. And I'm going to take away the 225 from the 243. 5 from 3 is too big to go, so I'm actually going to trade. I cross out the 4 and I put 3, and then I just bring across my little 1. 5 from 13 is going to be 8. 3 take away 2 is 1, and so we actually have a remainder of 18. Now we could write this answer as 409, remainder 18, or we might write the answer as 409 with 18 still being divided by 25.